Make your way onto your mats. I am going to start in a posture known as Veerasana. So I'm going to sit onto the tops of the feet. Now, depending on where you're at with your own posture, please feel free in a seated posture like so to elevate your sit bones, to elevate your seat. So, for instance, in this particular posture, some of you might be experiencing quite an intense stretch in the fronts of the shins, tops of the ankles. It might not be so much of a stretch, but you might feel quite uncomfortable with resting your weight on the tops of the feet. So please feel free just to cushion out. You could put a blanket under the tops of the feet. You can even elevate the sit bones a little bit higher just to reduce any pressure from the ankle. Now we will be here for another few rounds of breathing. Get as comfortable as you can to the point where you can just solely focus on how you're breathing today. And even more to the point here is when we're inhaling, when we're exhaling, are we noticing any areas of restriction? Do we find it particularly difficult to take a deep inhale? Is the exhale shallow and short? These types of awarenesses with our breathing are the things I want you to take note of, to bring into your frame of mind. I'm going to give you a little bit more information on breathing patterns. So when we're inhaling, what we want to be trying to do is to initiate the breath solely from the diaphragm first, which is very difficult to achieve unless we have neutral spine. So in this posture, what you'll see with my spinal position, I have 3 landmarks of the body aligned. So what I'm looking to achieve here is a neutral head position. So the head, a nice way to think of this, is to stack the weight of the head over your shoulders and your rib cage. So the 3 landmarks we're referring to here would be the head, the rib cage, and the hips. So start to align the head on top of the rib cage, and then align the rib cage on top of the pelvis below. Now, as you bring these 3 landmarks into alignment, continue to breathe, aiming to breathe a bit deeper. See if there's been any change. Are you able to breathe a little larger, a little longer? And perhaps some of you are finding it a bit easier to access all of the diaphragm. So the diaphragm circumferentiates 360 degrees at the center of our body. It's the divide between our stomach and our chest. And keeping the spine neutral, those landmarks aligned. When you breathe in, see if you can access the side of the ribs, the front and the back of the ribs. It kind of should be going in that order. So it should be like inhaling first into your lower side ribs, your front ribs, as well as your back ribs. So you can kind of feel that 3-dimensional expansion as the inhale expands lungs, rib cage in all directions. Okay, finish your next breath. Very nice, everyone. Come forward onto the hands, tuck the toes. All you're going to do is just sit the weight back onto your heels. Some of you in the room may feel quite a strong stretch here in the soles of the feet. If you feel that there's nothing, you're not really receiving much sensation there, just start to walk the hands back onto the legs. And again, I'm sitting up tall, stacking those 3 landmarks, head, ribs, and hips. You do want to be experiencing some form of stress, sort of tissue stress to the soles of the feet, just to try and aliven and awaken the feet. Take another 3 to 4 breaths here. Some of you still may be on the hands in front of the knees, so just adapt to your bodies. After you finish the next exhale, simply bring the hands forward, untuck the toes again, and once again sit back onto the heels. Please use any props that you used previously. Now, what we need to do now is we're checking back in with our breath, just see if there's been any difference. Maybe some of you might be feeling a little bit calmer through the body. I dare say, hopefully, if you're feeling calmer, then the breath should feel a bit more open. You should be able to breathe a little deeper. You should be able to inhale for longer, exhale for longer. And already you might be feeling this breath is a lot more functional, a lot more efficient in your bodies. We're going to recheck in with this breathing at the end of the practice, and hopefully by the end of the practice, we should find that this breath is even more open. Okay, take one more breath here. Breathe into side, front, and back ribs. And then nice and easy, literally release, come forward onto the hands. Again, we tuck the toes, we come back into the toe stretch. Option 1, hands just in front of the knees. Option 2, sit back onto the heels. Hopefully you might be able to manage just a few extra breaths here this time round. Complete your next breath. Very good, everyone release. Now come forward onto the hands. Make your way into all fours. Knees below the hips, hands below the shoulders. Additionally here, just lift one ankle, just roll out the foot, the ankle itself. Do the same, change ankles. Good. Now from here, just going to start to circulate around your wrists. Just do a few circle rotations one way. And then start to reverse the direction. As I'm moving around the wrist joint, I'm looking to keep the arms straight, elbows relatively straight. Okay, come back into all fours, step the right foot back, and then you step that right foot across to the left long edge of the mat. What you should be experiencing is a stretch all the way down the right side of the body. Maintain for a few moments here, just breathing into where you feel the stretch, so breathing into right side. After you finish next breath, release, come back into all fours, step left foot back, we just simply change to the other side. Left foot moves across to the right, feeling that stretch down the left side of the body, breathing calmly here, inhaling through the nose, exhaling, breathing out. Take your time with this, casual breaths. Good, finish the next breath. And then nice and slow, make your way back into all fours. Keep the knees below the hips here. Just move the hips back a little bit and then walk the hands forward. So I'm reaching the hands here to roughly about the corners of my mat. And then from here, I'm just allowing the chest to draw towards the floor. Now, it's not essential for the chest to connect with the mat, but what I do want you to be experiencing here is just to allow almost like a surrender to the shoulders. You'll feel some form of a stretch to the front of the body, into the front ribs. Some of you might be able to bring the forehead onto the floor. Alternatively, resting the forehead on a block or a prop is also fine. Okay, look forward at the hands. Start to push a bit stronger through both hands. As you push through the hands, You start to lift the chest away from the mat as you come up into a cat position. So as you can see through my posture here, I'm flexing my spine. Start to push down into the hands. Use a decent amount of effort, about a 5 out of 10 for your effort. So push down through hands, 5 out of 10. Take a deep breath into your side and your back ribs. Open your lips, exhale, breathe out through your mouth. Keep the push through the hands. Do that for one more breath. Inhale through the nose, into side and back ribs. Exhale, breathe out through your mouth, push down through the hands. And then nice and slow, we relax that effort. Again, lower the chest back towards the floor. Some of you might notice maybe a slight change in the range of your shoulders. A few breaths here, just calming into the posture. And then nice and easy, one more time, lift away. Rib cage lifts away from the floor. Flex your spine, so cat shape the spine. Push down into the hands. Again, another 5 out of 10. Inhale through your nose. Keep pushing through the hands. Exhale, breathe out through your mouth. Another 2 breaths here. Inhale through the nose. Side and back ribs inflate. Exhale, push down into the hands. Breathe out through your mouth. Very good, everyone. Nice and easy. We walk the hands back into all fours. You might start to feel a little bit more awake now through the arms, especially. Just do a few rounds of cow and cat. So on the inhalation, lift the chest forward and up as you look up. On your exhalation, round through the spine as you move into cat. Some of you know these movements very well, so feel free just to move to your own breath. Inhale is your cow, exhale is your cat. Slow the movements through the spine, slow them down. So you're working towards like better articulation. Very nice, everyone. Finish the next exhale, and we'll just take the gaze between the hands. Start to lean into your hands. You might have already seen this, whether you've copied me or not, but start to turn the fingers towards the long edges of the mat. And as you lean forward, start to bend your elbow. I'm hugging my elbows towards my side body here as I slowly lower down to the floor. Stay on your belly and bring your right arm out to the side, a 90-degree bend, like a cactus arm. What you do want to create here is make sure the elbow is a little bit higher than the shoulder. And then just turn your torso, your hips, your body to the right arm. So you're looking to the left, but left hip is lifted up and over. Rest the head on the mat. What you should be experiencing here is a stretch of the front of your right shoulder into the chest area of the right side. Again, breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. Try to find a calm breath in and out. Finish your next exhalation. And then nice and easy, slowly make your way back onto your belly. And we just change sides. So left arm to a 90. So cactus the left arm. Bring the elbow higher than the shoulder, just a little bit. And then slowly, when you're ready, turn the body towards that left arm. So again, now you're feeling the stretch more through the front of the left shoulder. Relax the head, calm breaths again. Good. Finish the next breath. When you're ready, nice and slow, come back onto the belly. Place the hands by the side ribs. Squeeze both glutes here. So squeeze your bum. Inhalation slowly. Lift your chest for your first Cobra. Try not to come too high too fast. You don't want to be feeling like a dullness, an energetic dullness in the lower back. If you're finding that's the case, bring the chest closer towards the floor. Now actively hug your shoulders down and away from the ears. And as you do that, draw elbows in towards side body, keeping shoulders depressed and shoulder blades depressed. Good. Lower the chest. Nice, everyone. Sit back onto the feet for child's pose. Look forward at the hands. Before we lift from here, let's find our stability through our arms. So palms pushing forward, press the first knuckle into the floor. Now from here, see if you can rotate the biceps up to the ceiling. So we come into something called external rotation. Keep strong for the arms, keep the push forward through the hands. Keep that push, start to lift the knees as you come up into your first downward facing dog. For those feeling a little bit of sort of shoulder pain at the front of the shoulder, take the hands a little bit wider. That can reduce shoulder impingement. A nice little tip there for you. Feel free now in your downward dog just to bring a few movements, shifting the weight, moving the heels side to side, rocking the hips side to side. Next inhale, lift both heels high away from the floor and just take heels across to the left. So what you'll be experiencing here is a stretch down the right side of the body. Push a little stronger through that right arm, right hand. Hold for 3, for 2, and for 1. Heels lift back up to center. Slowly take heels over to the right. You'll feel now the stretch through the left side. Breathe into left lung. Push a little stronger through left arm. Stay for 3. Good, everyone, for 2. And then for 1 again, heels back up to center, heels stay high, bring your body forward, shoulders over the hands, plank pose. Good, lower down onto the knees. Again, biceps here roll forward, so turn the creases of the elbows forward, lean forward. Start to bend your elbow. As I bend the elbow, I try to depress, hug the shoulders down the back, lower to the floor. Nice, everyone. Now, a little bit different to before. This time, extend your right arm out to the side. You're going to create a fist with that right hand. And the thumb side places onto the floor. And then we do the same as we did with the cactus arm. Rotates your body towards that right arm. Rest the head. You'll feel a stretch now more through, sort of more leading into the center of the chest on that right side. And then stay for 3, for 2, and for 1. Nice and easy. Come back onto the belly. Change arms. Again, create a fist with that left hand. Thumb side plugs into the floor. And then rotate, twist your body over towards the left arm. And again, you should be experiencing more of a stretch through the center of the chest. Stay for a few breaths here. Calm breath in and out. Good. Finish next exhale. Great stuff, everyone. Come back onto the belly. Place the hands once again by your side ribs. Squeeze the glutes first. Now take an inhalation. On the exhalation, lift both hands away from the floor. Lift the chest away from the mat. And then again, try to hug the shoulders down the back and squeeze elbows in towards each other. What you should feel is the sort of upper back, the shoulder blades draw together. And you feel quite strong and stable through the upper back. Good. Finish the next breath. Lower the hands. Sit again onto the heels for child's pose. Look forward. Energize the arms. Push into the first knuckle of both hands. Rotate biceps up. Lift the knees. Downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in through the nose here. Exhale, breathe out. Nice and slow. Then 1 step at a time, walk your feet to the top of the mat. Bring the hands to the lower legs. Next inhalation, half lift. Through this half lift, create a bit of a double chin and then also knit front ribs in a bit. So what you'll see if you look at my posture, I have a relatively flat back. This is a good position to bring the spine into, or the back body into, as in this position, you really start to sort of stabilize and awaken the paraspinal muscles. Nice and slow from here, fold towards the legs. You can keep a soft bend in the knees, relax the head. Take a few breaths in here. Slow exhalations, breathe out. Let's stay for one more breath. Inhale into the side and the back of your ribs. Slow exhalations through the mouth. Place hands on the hips, nice and easy. Inhale, come up to stand. Okay, bring the hands, place them together, heart center. Close down the eyes, take a deep breath in. And a slow breath out. Keep a little bend in the knee. And again, let's try to find that neutral spine. So head, rib cage, and hips. Next, inhale, rise the hands above the head, reach up. Slowly fold forward, exhale, hands come to the floor. Inhale to half lift. On your exhalation, step the right foot to the back of the mat. The knee's going to come down. Now, if you do have any props, everyone near at hand, like a cushion or a blanket, you can cushion out the back knee if it's a bit sensitive. This is important as we stand up or sit up here, engage the rear glute and slowly inhale, rise the hands above the head. What you'll feel here now is a stretch with the front of the right hip. The important bit though is to make sure the back, that right glute is active, is engaged. Release the pose, step back into plank, so front foot steps back. Lower down to the floor, knees can come down first. Those a little stronger might be able to do it without. Come all the way to the mat. Before you lift the chest, roll the shoulders back, glutes are engaged. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, sit back onto the feet for child's pose. Lift the knees, downward facing dog. Good, find that push forward through the hands. Externally rotate the shoulder, so turn biceps forward and up. The next inhale, we rise right foot up. Nice and easy, the knee comes into the body, step between the hands. Kneeling lunge, back knee comes onto the floor, squeeze or engage the rear glutes now. Inhalation, rise the hands up. You'll be feeling more of a stretch through the front of your left hip. And then we slowly release, hands come down to the floor. Now step the left foot to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Try to get that flat back again, double chin. Exhale, fold toward the legs. Inhale, slowly stand, rise the hands above the head. Exhale, hands place to heart center. Again, just a micro bend in the knee, remember that, and then try to align those three landmarks, head, ribs, and hips. Same sequence, everyone, left side. Inhale, rise the hands above the head. Exhale, folding forward, hands to the floor. Inhalation to that half lift, strong back muscles here. Exhale, step left foot back, knee comes down for kneeling lunge. Engage that rear glute. Inhale, rise the hands above the head. Finish the breath, release the hands, step it to plank, take a breath in here. Exhale, lower slowly to the mat. Let's roll the shoulders down the back, squeeze the glutes. Inhale, lift the chest, Cobra. Exhale, child's pose. Find the strength through the arms, that alignment through the arms. Lift the knees, downward facing dog. Breathing in here. And breathing out. Inhaling. And exhaling. Inhale, left leg rises up. Grow nice and tall. With control, the left foot places between the hands. And then again, we lower down onto that right knee, kneeling lunge. Engage the glute first. Inhale, rise the hands above the head. As the exhale comes in, framing the front foot, step forward. Inhale, half lift, flat back, strong back muscles here. Exhale, fold forward. Take it slow. Inhale, gradually stand. Rise the hands up. Exhale, hands place to heart center. Close the eyes for one breath here. Again, just a little micro bend in the knee. Find alignment through the 3 landmarks of your spine, head, ribs, and hips. Take a breath in. And take a breath out. Okay, open the eyes, hands onto the hips. If you haven't already, bring your feet roughly hip width distance. You're going to start to sit the hips back, bring that bend into the knees, like a chair pose position. Now, what we need to find here is that you feel quite strong for the back, but you don't feel that you're over-engaging certain aspects of your back muscles. So if you were to really stick your bum out here, like I'm doing, what you'll feel is an extra amount of engagement in sort of the lower back area, almost as if they're really, really contracted. So I want you to avoid sort of overdoing any excessive rotation with the pelvis, and just come to the point where you feel strong in the back, but there's not any dull energetic feeling. Good. Have a look at your legs. Make sure they're relatively symmetrical. So the thigh bones balanced and even. Good. Hold it there. Slowly exhale again. Fold towards the floor. I'm still keeping a soft bend in the knee. Now you can relax or release those back muscles in this forward fold. I'm also bringing my rib cage to rest on my legs. If you can't quite manage that, bring a stronger bend in the knees. Good. Nice and slow. We step the right foot to the back of the mat. The heel toe, the front foot to the left side of the mat. And then right fingers turn out to the long edge. Push down for that right hand, left hand up for easy twist. Now, as I hold my easy twist, I don't just want to be relying on that right hand, right arm. So I start to push through the front foot and straighten through the back leg. Look up to the top hand. Now we're going to bring a bit of a neck stretch into this. So relax the right ear to the right shoulder, and that top hand reaches back for the left hip. Now through this pose, just for a couple of breaths, I want you to inhale through your nose, completely relax your face muscles, exhale, breathe out through your mouth. Feel a nice stretch to the left side of the neck. Inhale through your nose. Exhale, out through the mouth, relax. Good, nice and easy, readjust. Look back to the floor. Keep pushing down for that front foot, straighten the back leg. You keep your twist, and from here, as you push down for the feet, we slowly come up to a standing position. Now we hold this position here, maintain, reverse the front hand, and then slowly rise it up. With the back hand, you're going to reach the hand up between the shoulder blades and see if you can reach down and collect the fingers. For some of you can't quite find the fingers, either taking a strap here between the hands or even just grabbing the item of clothing at the back of your spine. Hold it here for a few moments. Take a deep breath in. Try to draw that top arm away from the back of the head as you hold here for 3. Breathe into the front of the ribs for 2. And for 1, nice and slow, we gradually bring that back knee all the way to the floor. Release it to the mat. Okay, you can sort of untuck the toes. You can bring that knee onto a cushion. Now that right arm reaches back up. Nice and slow, you take the twist. Right arm comes across the body to the outside of that left leg. Good, release left arm, palms to namaste. Gaze over your top shoulder. Breathe into that left side. Maintain and hold your pose for 3. For those that want to come into the full expression, you tuck back toes and lift the knee. 2. And 1, nice and easy, release the twist, step it back into plank pose. Exhale, knees can come down first, slowly lower all the way to the floor. Glutes on, shoulders roll down the back, inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in for the nose here. Slow exhalations out for the nose. Breathing in and breathing out. Good, everyone. Rise the right foot up and back. And then we step right foot between the hands. Maintain here. Heel toe that front foot to the long edge of the mat, to the right side. Good. Left fingers turn out to face the long edge. So turn out to the left. Easy twist, right hand up. And again, I don't just want to be relying on the hand that's on the mat. So push through the front foot, straighten through the back leg. Look up. Then relax left ear to left shoulder. Reach the top hand for the back hip. You should feel a stretch now down the right side of the neck. You're going to inhale through the nose. Relax your jaw, your facial muscles. Exhale through your mouth. Stay here for 2 more breaths. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through your mouth. Last breath here. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. As you finish, exhale, readjust the head, look to the floor. Good. Get nice and light on that left hand. Take your time, use your legs. Stand up to your twist. Right hand is back, left hand is forward. Okay, maintain here for a moment. Reverse the front hand, and then we slowly rise it up. Good. The back hand internally rotates. Reach the hand up between the shoulder blades, and see if you can reach down and collect the fingers. Again, if it's not possible, just collect the back of your clothing at the upper back. Some of you might have a strap to play with, which you can place between the hands. And again, just remain here for 3, for 2. Keep your balance. And then for 1, nice and slow, lower down onto that back knee. Cushion at the knee if you need to. Left hand rises up. Good, and very slow, we come across into our twist. Bring the hands together at the center of the chest. Push down into that front knee, front leg. For the full expression, if you want to have a play, tuck the back toes, lift the knee as you find your full twist. Some of you may still be on the knee. Stay here for 3. Good, for 2. And for 1, nice and easy, release the pose. Step the front foot back into plank. Good, everyone, breathe in through the nose. On the exhale now, lower down onto the knees, like an all fours position, but hips slightly forward of the knees. Again, watch, I'm turning my fingers out to the sides of the mat. Lean forward. Now this is the important bit we need to be doing with the shoulder. Depress your shoulders and draw them down and away from the ears. Keep that depression on. And then slowly see if you can lower the chest between the arms. So you keep the arms straight here, but the shoulder blades come to kiss in that upper back. Push away, back up into a cat position with the spine. Keep shoulders depressed. And again, you bring the shoulder blades to touch in your upper back. Good. Repeat those movements smoothly. And try to make the movement nice and clean, not too clunky, hopefully. Keep the shoulder depressed. Good. 1 more of these. And then nice and easy, we keep the straight arm. This time we slowly start to bend the arm. Keep the shoulder depressed. And then lower all the way to the floor. You're going to feel that quite intensely there, everyone, through the whole area surrounding the shoulder blade. Bring the forehead onto the floor, and then place the hands, interlace the fingers, place the palms on the back of the head. Okay, from here, lift just the elbows first, palms stay on the head, and then lift the hands off the back of the head. And we hold this position, squeeze both glutes, try to lift the hands and the elbows a little bit higher as we stay here for 5, for 4, lift elbows and hands a bit higher, 3, 2, and 1. Rest the hands on the head and then bring the elbows back onto the mat. Good, everyone. Hands by the chest. Inhalation, squeeze the glutes, come up into Cobra pose. Exhalation, sit back onto the feet, child's pose, lift the knees, downward facing dog. Breathing in here and breathing out. Inhaling and exhaling. Okay, left leg again rises up and back. Step left foot between the hands. Come up to stand, bring the hands onto the hips. And this time what we need to do is to sit into the hips a bit more. So bend that back knee. We engage rear glutes here. And this is the important bit. Take right side. So take the right ribs back just a little bit. So you twist a little bit to the right. Right hand rises up. Keep that little bit of a twist to the right. And then slowly lean your body to the left. So you side flex to the left. Stay here. Maintain. See if you can keep your rear glutes still on. Hold for 3. For 2. And for 1. Bring the body back up to center. And now you're going to extend or bring the hands forward. Bring the palms together. Now I want you to create a cat shape with the spine. So draw your front ribs back and push your hands together. Still keep the legs in the same position. Take a deep breath into your side ribs. Breathe out for your mouth. And as you breathe out for your mouth, exhale, push your hands together. Just do that for 1 more breath here. Inhale into your side ribs. As you exhale for your mouth, strongly push your hands together. Good, everyone. Fantastic work. Excellent. Inhale, hands reach above the head. Let's release the pose. Palms come to the floor. Nice and easy. Step back to downward facing dog. We change to the other leg. Right foot rises up. Step between the hands. Back knee bends. Stand up. High lunge position. Modified high lunge with that leg variation. Squeeze left glute. Before you go anywhere, take left side ribs back. So twist a little bit more to the left. Left hand reaches above the head. So as soon as you do that, you'll feel a stretch all the way up the left side. Nice and slow. Lean, flex to your right as you hold for 3. For 2, keep your left glute engaged. And for 1, bring the torso, the body back up to center, and then bring both hands together. Extend the arms in front of you. Flex your spine to draw your front ribs in. If you're unsure what I mean, have a look at my posture. So you can see that I'm trying to cat shape the spine here. Push your hands together. Inhale into your side and back ribs. Exhale, breathe out for your mouth. Push your hands together. Another breath here. Inhale into side and back. Exhale, push your hands together. Breathe out for mouth. Good, everyone. Hands reach above the head. You might feel quite challenged with the legs here. Simply hands to the floor. Step it back to plank. Lean into the hands. Squeeze the glutes. Exhale when you're ready. Slowly lower all the way to the mat. All right, stay on your belly. Now bring the forehead onto the floor. You're going to bring the right palm on the back of the head. So right palm on the back of the head. And the left knuckles onto the lower back. Relax both elbows. So arms feel heavy here, rested on the back of the body. First off, lift both right and left elbow at the same time. And what you'll feel here is the shoulder blades coming together. Now lift the hands off the back of the head and the lower back. Hold it here. Slowly try and straighten your arms. So straighten the elbows. Right hand is reaching forward, left hand is reaching to the back. Okay, from here, let's use the front hand first. Turn your right thumb up. So palm will turn up with that front hand. With the rear palm, turn your palm out to the left. So the thumb turns up. Maintain here. And then slowly bring that rear hand forward to the top of the room. So left hand to the top. And then right palm, right thumb turns down. And take right arm besides the right hip. Hold it here, keep the arms straight, lift the hands a bit higher. Good, and then we simply bend back into the elbows of both arms. Bring the knuckles to the lower back. Bring that top palm to the head, and then relax the elbows back onto the floor. Take a deep breath in. Slow breaths out. We repeat that same rotation. Lift the elbows first, then lift both hands off the back body, straighten the elbows. Good. Start with the rear hand, turn the palm out to the side, thumb up, and then bring that right arm to the top of the mat. Keep the arm high, change to the left arm, thumb turns down and in, and then take the arm to the side of the hip. Good. Lift both hands higher. Good, and then bend into both elbows, and then rest knuckles on lower back and palm of the right on the back of the head. Relax, everyone. Release the body, palms by the side ribs. Inhale, moving to your Cobra. Exhale, move the hips back into downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in here. Slow exhalations out. Left leg rises again. Step left foot between the hands. Stand up, warrior two position. Straighten through the back leg. Okay, extend your arms in, so left hand in front, right hand behind. Have a look at the back hand. So what you don't want to be doing here is allowing it to drop too much. Keep it roughly aligned with that shoulder. And from here, we reverse the front hand and we reach forward. Slowly rise the left hand up. Keep the same bend in your front knee as your warrior two. Now with your your right hand, the knuckles reach for the lower back. And again, what we're going to be doing here now is not touching the back body. So right hand reaches, or the fingers reach forward. You'll see, they might be able to see my fingers reach behind the back of the body towards that left hip. Whilst I'm doing this, I'm not touching the spine. With the top hand, just bring the palm towards the back of the head, but again, do not touch your skull. See if you can reach the bottom hand towards the front knee and the top hand between the shoulder blades. Hold it here for 3. Do not touch your back body. 2. Good, and then 1. Come back into warrior 2 arms. Very nice, everyone. From here, hand reaches up again for your reverse warrior. Top hand now, the palm turns forward. And slowly bring that front hand down towards the knee. Don't touch. As you hold here, then you bring your right ear towards your right shoulder. And what you'll feel now is a stretch down the right side. Sorry, the left side of your neck. Stay for 3. Keep that back leg strong. Keep a bend in the front knee for 2. And for 1. Nice and easy. Come back into warrior 2. Now from here, you're going to pivot those front toes in. Straighten both legs. Palms face me, or you're turning the body to the right here. Now we're going to do this in steps. So bring the thumbs onto the palms. So thumb onto the palms, and then wrap your fingers around your thumbs. Hold it here. The first thing to move is the wrist. So we draw the fingers towards the forearm, something known as wrist flexion, and then bend your elbows and you'll feel your biceps engage. Start to bring the fists into the center of the chest. It's almost as if here you're giving someone a nice big hug. Good, round your rib cage, flex your spine, and then as you start to inhale, we simply open up the arms. Flatten out the wrists, back to where you started. Do that one more time. Draw the fingers to forearms first, then bend your elbow, feel the biceps, then bring the fists to the center of the chest so you can flex your spine. Good, everyone, slowly open up the arms once again. Release the fists, turn that front heel in as you come back into warrior 2. And then from here, we come into side angle. Elbow places on top of the knee, push down into the leg. You see as I do that, the shoulder, that left shoulder draws away from the ear. Right hand up. Look up at the hand for a moment. And again, we're going to slowly turn the palm or reach those fingers of that top hand for the back foot and relax left ear to left shoulder. We hold here for another 3. Relax your jaw completely for 2. And then for 1, rise that top hand back up. Look up at the hand. Turn the thumb to the back of the room. And then draw your shoulder blade in towards the spine. Start to bend your elbow and reach the knuckles for your left hip. Same as before, do not touch your back body. Hold it here for 3, for 2, and then for 1. Straighten through that right arm. Palm turns forward, extend the arm past the ear. You feel a nice stretch to the right side of the body here, as again, you continue to hold your side angle for 3, for 2, and then for 1, release the pose, hands come to the floor. You can either just simply meet it back into a downward dog. Those with more energy, lower through your vinyasa movements. Inhale, lifting the chest. Exhale, downward facing dog. Find that strength for the arms, push back through the hips. Right foot rises up, step to warrior 2 shape. Right foot forward. Good, extend the arms, right hand forward, left hand back. Again, making sure that left hand doesn't drop too low. Maintain here. Reverse the front hand, reach forward, reverse the warrior right hand up. Still keep a bend in the front knee. Now you'll be able to see a bit more, but easier on this side round. So the left knuckles reach for the lower back, but again, do not touch your back body. Top arm, top hand, elbow bends, reach fingers between the shoulder blades. Good, now we're reaching top hand, try to reach them further down the back, and the back hand, the left hand reaching for that right knee. Stay here as you try to draw more of an active range into the arms. For 3, for 2, and for 1. Nice and easy. Come back into warrior 2. Maintain here. And then slowly start to lift the front heel. Turn the toes to the left now. Palms turn out, same as before. Create those fists with the hands. Thumb onto the palm, wrap the fingers around the thumb. Good. Flex the wrist first. Bend your elbow. And then bring the fist to the center of the chest. Imagine you're giving someone a big hug. And then inhale, open up the arms. Do that one more time. Fists, bend elbows, flex spine, give someone that big hug. And then once again, open up. Warrior 2 hands, warrior 2 arms, back into warrior 2 feet. Right heel turns in. Right hand rises up here. Turn that top palm forward. And then slowly bring the hand down towards that front knee. Now, as you hold it here, left ear to left shoulder. You'll feel a stretch down the right side. Maintain for 1, for 2. Relax the jaw completely. And then 3, nice and easy. Head comes back up to neutral. Make your way into side angle. Right elbow presses down into the leg. See the shoulder draw away from that right ear. Left hand up. Then we find the stretch here. Right ear to right shoulder again. Left hand reaches for left hip. Good, enjoy this position. Relax the jaw, breathe in for your nose, out for your mouth. 3 to 5 breaths here. Inhale through the nose, exhale for your mouth. 1 more breath. Inhale for your nose, exhale for your mouth. Okay, rise that left hand back up. Thumb turns back. And then we draw shoulder blade towards the spine. So retract. Bend your elbow. So you can bring the knuckles towards, or those left fingers towards the right hip. Hold it here for 3. Again, do not touch your back body. 2. And then for 1, straighten through left arm. Turn the palm forward, extend top arm past the ear for side angle. 3, push down through right knee. 2, and 1. Really good, everyone. Hands slowly come to the floor. Let's all now step it to plank. Exhale, slowly lower to the mat. Fantastic. Again, bring the forehead onto the floor. Now we're going to change arms. We're going to do those rotations that we did earlier, this time opposite way round. We'll start with left palm on the head, right knuckles on lower back. Elbows rest on the floor. First thing to lift elbows, then lift hands. Good, hold it here. Straighten both arms. Good, we start with the rear hand, the right hand. Right palm turns out to the right, thumb turns up. Bring right arm forward to the top of the mat. Left thumb turns in. Good, and then take left hand to left side of the body. Lift the hands a bit higher and then bend your elbows. Bring right palm to the back of the head, left knuckles to lower back. See if you can bring the fingers to try and touch each other at the back. Good, rest the hands and knuckles on the back, lower elbows to the floor. Repeat, lift elbows, lift the hands, straighten the arms. Good, left palm turns out, bring left arm to the front, to the top. Right thumb turns in, bring right hand to the right side of the body. Lift the arms a bit higher and then bend the elbows. Try to bring the fingers to touch at the back, almost impossible. And then rest hands on the back, lower elbows to the floor. You made it, fantastic. Hands by the chest. Inhale, last Cobra of the practice. Exhale, child's pose. Sit back, breathing in and breathing out. Okay, nice and easy, everyone. Extend both legs forward. I'm going to conclude our practice today with a seated twist. So step the right foot back and then step right foot over your left leg. Option 1 is to just simply hug your right leg. Twist to the right. Option 2, if you have the space, take the elbow to the outside of the leg. Looking back, you feel a stretch here to the right side of the lower back, left lower back. Stay here for 3. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. For 2. And for 1. Just simply release the twist, straighten right leg, change to the left, left foot steps in, step left over the right. Take your arm variation, either 1 or 2, twist to the left. Keep the straight leg active, and again, up to 3 breaths here. And nice and easy, release the twist, come back to center, straighten out the left leg. You can bring a bend in the knee here. All you're going to do is simply lower your spines to the floor as you come into Ardashivasana. Close down the eyes. Take a few moments here just to relax into this posture. Okay, straighten out the legs. So bring both feet together. Shuffle your hips to the right, and then take your feet to the left bottom corner of the mat. So what you'll do now is rise the right hand past the ear, and you'll be experiencing a bit of a stretch down the right side of the body. And some of you might know this is banana asana, like a side flexion to the left. To release this pose, Readjust the shoulder first and then shuffle the hips back into center, move the feet to center. First thing to move is to move the hip. So now move the hip to the left, walk the feet to the right corner of the mat, and then extend the left arm past the ear. Side flex to the right here, and breathe into your left lung. Aim here for a few moments. Breathe into that left side. Release the pose, readjust the spine first, move the hip to center, bring the feet to center. Okay, we've made everyone your final relaxation. Walk the feet to the corners of the mat. Turn your palms to face up, closing off the eyes. And just for the next few minutes, let's all see if we can remain with some stillness. Start to witness your breathing. Has there been any change to your breathing patterns? Start to bringing your awareness back. Start with a deeper breath. Any movements through your extremities, you can move the head side to side. Any last stretches you would like to take, please go ahead. And when you're ready, just make your way into a fetal position. Roll to a side of your choice. Take a moment to rest for a second here. And then when you're ready, rise up to a comfortable seat. Now I'm going to take that Veerasana, the same seated posture we started today's practice with. Again, please take your props if you wish to sort of release any discomfort. Find your neutral spine. So remember to balance those 3 landmarks of the spine: head, ribs, and hips. Closing down the eyes. Now, as we take our breaths in and out here, that's all taken awareness or bringing an observation to how we are breathing here. Can you feel or access the full extent of your rib cage, of your lungs here? Are we feeling the side ribs, the front and the backwards as we inhale? Can we feel more expansion, more capacity? Good, everyone. Bringing the hands together, heart center. Just take this moment then just to bring a thanks to yourself for making it to the mat today. And as always, everyone, I'd like to thank you for joining me for these online practices, supporting me, and for showing up. I hope you enjoyed today's practice. I hope it's been quite an awakened feeling just to feel how much more efficient we can breathe by using the full extent of the diaphragm. Namaste. Thanks, everyone.